Welcome back everyone. Now let's understand the importance of planning. We have already learned that planning is a thinking function which bridges a gap between where we are and where we want to go. It decides about the targets and the objectives, and it's a thinking function, a mental exercise. Now let us understand why the planning is important. One by one, we'll detail out each point. Planning provides direction, it reduces the risk of uncertainty, it reduces overlapping and wasteful activities, it promotes innovative ideas, facilitates decision making, and establishes standard for controlling. Let's understand each of the points one by one. Planning provides direction, where we are and where we need to go. It states in advance how the work is to be done, who is going to do, where the work will be done, why it is to be done, thus providing the direction to the enterprise to achieve the targets, that is where we are and where we need to go. Planning helps the organization to achieve the pre-decided, predetermined goals. The aims of the organization are achieved. Also, planning helps in creating coordination among different departments and different individuals. So, planning provides direction. Planning reduces the risk of uncertainty. See, we have already learnt in the business environment that risk cannot be zeroed, risk cannot be eliminated. But we could reduce the risk with proper planning. We could minimize the risk with proper planning. Planning helps the organization to anticipate, to peep into the future, to anticipate the possible future changes. So this is just a prediction. Planning prepares us for the unexpected events. It identifies the potential dangers for the business and it develops managerial responses for future changes. So thus, with proper planning, we could reduce the risk of uncertainty which may arise. So planning is important. Planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. Planning brings coordination in the organization. It prevents confusion, it prevents misunderstanding among the various divisions, departments and individuals. Planning eliminates or minimizes useless and unnecessary organizational activities. So planning is reducing the overlapping. No work is done in duplicacy. It reduces the overlapping of activities. It reduces the wasteful activities. So whatever is not required, if we are well prepared, if our plans are well made, we will be using our resources in best and efficient manner without any wastages. Planning promotes innovative ideas, helping in setting up of new ideas and methods to achieve the goal of the organization, of the enterprise. And planning makes the managers innovative, because now when the people keep on thinking, keep on deciding, they become more creative, they develop new ideas. So managers become more and more innovative, more and more creative. This helps in setting up new ideas and methods to achieve the goals of the enterprise. Planning facilitates decision making. Now, as I told you in the previous video, that planning involves decision making. When the planning is involving the decision making, how are we deciding? We have various alternatives with us. Out of this, all the alternatives are viewed together, they are analyzed, and then we set out, we decide which is best for our enterprise. So investigation, evaluation, selection of the best course of action from various available alternatives is done, and this involves decision making. Planning also helps in setting up of the organizational targets. It predicts the future conditions, enabling the manager to make the rational decisions, to make the best possible decisions for the enterprise. So planning helps, it facilitates decision making. Also, planning establishes standards for controlling. Now, what is this controlling? Controlling means that we analyze the deviations, analyze the problems and try to remove the problems. But when could we analyze? If we have some targets in hand, then only we will be able to analyze whether we are able to achieve the targets or not. So, controlling cannot be done without planning. Planning makes a base. It provides standards for controlling. Planning makes control meaningful and effective. It provides the goal or standards against which the actual performance can be measured and evaluated. Without goals and standards, without plans, without targets, without aim, finding the deviation, from where would we find the deviation? We would not be able to find the deviations if we are not having any plans in our hand. It will not be possible to control out the things. So this is all the importance of planning. Let's summarize the importance with the help of small animated module. Let's watch together.
Planning importance. Be it a holiday or a business project, a plan is must for both. Otherwise, how would you make the most of it? Let us understand in detail the importance of planning in our life. Planning provides direction. It mentions in advance how a work is to be performed and helps the organization in achieving its predefined goals. It also brings about coordination among departments and individuals. It reduces the risk posed by uncertainty by anticipating the possible changes in future. Planning identifies possible dangers for business and helps the managers prepare themselves for unexpected events. Planning helps in eliminating wasteful activities. It also ensures smooth operations in an organization by preventing confusion and misunderstanding among various divisions and departments. Planning promotes usage of creative ideas and methods in attainment of goals of the enterprise. It facilitates decision-making by evaluating and selecting the best course of action from the alternatives available to organizations. It aids the managers in making rational decisions. Lastly, planning provides standards of controlling against which the actual performance can be measured and evaluated. This measurement helps in identification of deviations in the performance. We hope that by now you would have understood the role of planning and its significance. Planning important.
So students, this is all what we learned today. We learned about the meaning, features and importance of planning. Further, we'll carry out with the coming topics in the next videos. Thank you all.